Hello. How is everyone? Uh, Free coaching stream ends in 2 hours. I gotta watch PSG versus Arsenal. Let's get it. Got a lot of requests on Discord. Replay analysis. We have one, two, three, four. But none of these guys are on the stream. Yo, yo, what? Alright. I'm just gonna wait a bit to see if any of these guys that submitted on the Discord are here. If they are, they get priority. Otherwise, we just do free for all. Let's see. Bro, obviously PSG is going to win. Arsenal is not that good of a team. Arsenal is banking on other teams being bad, and PSG is not bad. PSG might be the only team that's not bad. That's why PSG is going to absolutely cook Arsenal today. You're gonna see it. I'm probably gonna miss the first half because I'll be streaming, but PSG is definitely going to cook. Salix Dota, can you watch my game 7.4K? Yeah, it depends. Hi, Pain. I posted the Wraith King replay. Ninja Cat, which one are you on Discord? And okay, I see the Cookie Master one. Okay, we have people. Nice. So depending upon how many people we have, I'll spend that much time. If we don't have a lot, then man, fuck Arsenal. Those guys suck. They're so bad. Legit. If Michael Carrick was coaching United since the start of the season, Arsenal would have lost for sure. Like, that team fucking sucks, guys. They don't do anything. Like, I've watched them play. They're so bad. They just got lucky that everyone else is just dog shit right now. But not PSG. Not PSG. You can quote me tomorrow or whatever I stream after they lose today. A little, I think one, yeah, but yeah, I think PSG should, yeah, PSG should easily win. Bro, PSG is such a fucking good team. Like, they're super good. Okay, so we have Cookie Master, and the other guy is. Oh, okay, all right, guys. Why do you play Wraith King? Why does everyone play Wraith King? Ah. Alright, I guess I'll start with the Cookie Master one. Do we have other people here? Okay, I'll just start with this one, see what's like the good detail, and we go off of that. What do we think? Is the king? I mean, he is the king, but fuck, this hero sucks. Like, I don't know why people play this hero. Alright, I already see a lot of issues. Midas. Wait, who is this? Is this Cookie Master? Yeah, this is Cookie Master, okay. Midas Radiance Ags. Assault. Holy shit. This is some crazy ass build, I have to say. Okay. Add? Oh wait, I'll try to turn them off. I don't know how to turn them off, to be honest. I never put them manually, it's automatic, but let me see if I can turn them off from somewhere. Monetization. Dashboard. Where's my dashboard? How do I turn off ads? Turn off ads. How to turn off ads? Twitch. You can't. Okay, it says you can't. Alex Dota, we have 2 people before you. We're gonna do those 2 replays, and then after that, if none of the guys who posted on my Discord show up, then I'll do yours. Win rate was high, so I guess it's a good hero now. In what bracket? What the hell? I haven't seen this hero, and I've played this hero, it feels super weak. Okay, let me change the text. First game is... what MMR is this? It's Legend 4, I would guess around 3600 MMR. Carry. Can I put this shit somewhere else? Right. Let me add a new one. Text. Text. Okay, it's too fucking big. All good. Make it small. Okay, this is fine, I guess. We're talking about Wraith King. I mean, we have to do two Wraith King replays, which is crazy. But I do want to say don't play this hero, but I think you do what you like. But if you are not like a super big Wraith King enjoyer, try not to play this hero. Like, let's see, where's Wraith King? I'm gonna scroll from the bottom, by the way, because no one plays this fucking hero. Actually, he is really far up, huh? 51% win rate, 39. What about in Herald? Oh, he's the boss. He's the boss in Herald. What the hell? He's the boss man in lower brackets. Holy shit. Oh, then he starts to disappear slowly as you go up. He's disappearing. Oh, not top 10 anymore. Wait, why the guys, legit, I have not seen Wraith King in my pubs since at least 2 years. I'm not even kidding. Okay. Right, guys, this is the first replay. We have a Wraith King carry. So yeah, let's get into it. The thing that the student mentioned is that even though we won because Puck carried the game, the first 10 minutes of the game were so miserable. I was a Wraith King left alone against Night Stalker and Crystal Maiden. Should I have left the lane and joined ganks or go straight to jungle? Well, it depends on the situation, but we will answer this for sure. Okay, right. So the first thing that I kind of see is that your item build is like super wrong. Like when you play versus a hero like Night Stalker, you should kind of understand that he's not going to use his abilities a lot, and because of that, your stick doesn't really pay off. Like you won't get a lot of stick charges. Yes, there's probably gonna be like maybe a Zeus, maybe a Crystal Maiden, but the thing about Night Stalker is that he has a lot of base damage. If you can see that, he has like 72 damage right now because of he's like going full stats, while you have around 65 damage. So he can very easily out CS you if you don't have enough stats. So in this situation, I would personally try to like go for full stats as well. Maybe I'd go double gauntlet, something like that, and then maybe soul ring. But yeah, just like advice. I don't think this doesn't work, but if you want to make it easier for yourself to last it, it's better to have more stats versus heroes that won't necessarily use a lot of spells, and also have a lot of like base damage. Yeah, good hook. There's a slow, but he's super fast. Oh shit. I mean, he got first blood, which is crazy. But why are we running back? I mean, I honestly, like, me as a coach, I don't really care about whatever happens on the boundary runs. It's always random. Like, these are like factors that don't really matter. so you're gonna TP. You should TP right now. Wait, what are you guys doing? This is crazy business. This I do not approve of. Like, even if this guy dies or whatever, I don't care about this. This is too bad. Like, you're gonna miss the entire wave. Like, so think about skirmishes in a sense that, okay, we plan on killing this guy, but you have to kind of like ask yourself is that if this guy gets hooked, does my team need me to kill this guy? I think they kind of do need you, but at the same time, it's like, if this guy doesn't get hooked or something else happens, your time is wasted and you're gonna miss this entire wave for no reason. But also, this is like, I think a situation that won't ever happen again. Or maybe if it happens like 1 out of 100 times, unless you just play party queue and just keep doing this shit, which is like a different debate. But yeah. Alright, so you got first blood, you have 600 gold. Now look at this, okay? We talked about how even Stick is not super good versus Night Stalker because he won't be using this spell a lot, right? He's mainly going to be using his right clicks, which means that for us to accumulate a lot of stick charges is not going to happen. So when you're like spending 150 gold on this magic wand recipe, you're kind of like telling to yourself that, oh, I'm going to get like more than 10 stick charges and I'm going to hold them. But you're not going to be able to do that in this lane, so this is like a waste of gold. Instead, what you can buy here is that this 150 gold is basically 3 creeps, maybe 4 creeps actually, so basically a wave. So this is like a wave worth of gold that you're kind of just like wasting. So when you buy like smaller items in the lane, try to get things that would actually help you in the lane. This won't help you in the lane. This Blades of Attack would definitely help you in the lane because it will give you 9 extra damage and then you can out-CS this guy. And then after that, it's like maybe you can wait for something else. And you see like you instantly bought boots and wand. It's like we also don't need boots in this lane because they can't really harass us if you think about it. So we definitely need the blades. Okay, with that out of the way, let's alright. So in terms of like aggro and shit, like I see your position here, you're kind of thinking to yourself that, oh, I'm 1v2, my goons are doing what they're doing, so what do I do in this situation, right? Like you think that, oh, I need to aggro so that they can't contest you, but you have to understand that in this position there's actually nothing you can last it or deny. So you don't really have an urgency to last it. When you don't have an urgency to last it, the best thing to do here is to do nothing. Why do we do nothing? Is because the way this wave is, it's going to push into you, right? And if you aggro these 3 creeps onto your range or wherever, these 3 melee creeps of yours are gonna go on the enemy range, and then after that range creep dies, they will just take it back here and block the next wave. If that happens, you're cooked. And then you'll have to hold the next wave here outside of the tower as well, and you're going to lose a lot of HP. Why? Because you can't take them inside the tower, and they don't need to take inside the tower because their lane is really long. They can kite the creeps for a much longer time as compared to you. So when you aggro like this, it's like, okay, you see that exact situation happen, and now the wave is forced inside the tower because CM is harassing you. If you didn't aggro, they can't do any of these things. But now it's like, you have a double wave, as you can see here, and they stop the wave here. And now if you go further in here, you will die. Like, you have no counterplay. They're both level 2. You go forward, you're in a 1v2 situation, you'll just die. This is basically off of the aggro that you did. Like, if you aggro poorly, you're just going to die. Like, you see, you can't do anything in this situation. So if you actually, like, obviously this is like a very bad situation that your support is not here, but never aggro like this. In this situation, all you have to basically do is chill here, do nothing. Like, you understand, I can see that you understand that if you go for the range creep, you're never gonna get it, and they're also gonna harass you, so you don't go for it, which is good. Now what you have to do is simply wait for one of these creeps to be low HP, that if you aggro, you can last hit them. Why? Because by that time, this wave is gonna be closer to your tower. But if you aggro right now, look at where that wave is. It's here. If you waited maybe like 10 more seconds, 5 more seconds, this wave would be here, and you could actually hold it outside of tower without CM harassing you. Or better yet, it's like, when it comes to like harassing and last hitting, it's like the enemy usually has a choice. Like, if they see like, oh, like right now they see that there's nothing they can deny or last hit, so they know that they can just hit you. There's no other priority that they have. But if they saw like a creep was like low HP and you're trying to like last hit, they would usually try to deny it. Like, they have a choice. They can either harass you and you get the last hit, or they can get the deny and not harass you. So it's kind of like a win-win situation for you. So this aggro is the reason why your lane is like this now. And the funny part is, this Night Stalker is bad, which is like lucky for you. You know why I'm saying that is because he ends up with a double range creep. Because he ends up with a double range creep and he does nothing about it, this wave is going to push into you, which is really good for you. Like he's also not doing anything about it. Like he also has to do something to keep this wave here, and he's not doing that. What he has to basically do is aggro these creeps on his range, get his range killed. Like he needs to constantly just do this. Or if you're an offlaner, like if you have this like freebie, what you should be doing constantly is aggroing these creeps onto your range. Keep getting your range killed again and again. If your range creep dies, this wave never pushes, and then Wraithing is just going to cry the entire lane. I'm gonna like fast forward this because I don't see you getting another wave ever. But the good thing is that we got a pull. They didn't block it, so that's nice. Okay. Like you see, like you could be punished a lot here. Like if you were playing versus like a higher ranked player on this Night Stalker, you would actually get nothing. So even in situation like this, you're at least getting something. Also, this game is like wonky as fuck. I have to say, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, I feel like it's not as bad as we're thinking. It's kind of like, I don't think your net worth should be bad. The reason, yeah, your top net worth. You want to know why? Because you got 2 kills here, and you have like 7 lasses, and you also got like 2 assists right now. Like in this position now, it's your job to like think about, okay, how do I bring this lane back? Also, another thing that you should kind of think in terms of like trades. This is like the best example that you can get. So trading basically means like you should only trade with the enemy when you have like a significant advantage in terms of like the numbers. Like if you think about this situation right now, like think to yourself that if Night Stalker fights you here, like if he A clicks you or right clicks you, what's going to happen, right? All of these creeps are going to aggro on Night Stalker. So he's basically not only fighting you, he's fighting like a million creeps and you. And you're a hero that has a stun that also slows after the stun, right? So you have to kind of think about stuns and slows in a way that they're not the only thing that's like, this spell does what? 100 damage and then 40 damage per second. So let's just say it does around 200 damage, right? Give or take at level 2 or level 1. Oh, you actually have it level 2, which is bad. Okay. So if you use this stun on this guy, it does like what? 150 damage, let's say. So if it does 150 damage, you don't want to only think about that damage. You have to think about the damage that happens externally. Like if this guy is like slowed or stunned, he can't move. When he can't move, these guys will attack him for a longer period of time. Especially if this guy comes for this deny, you should stun him instantly. Let's see what he does. He's gonna like try to deny this creep, and look, all of these creeps are on him. In this situation, you should use your stick charge and instantly stun him. He's probably gonna lose like 30-40% of his HP instantly. And when that happens, like even here, he's just like fucking up. Like you think to yourself that, oh, I'm losing a lot of HP. But you have to think, look at your resources, right? You have stick, you have fairy, you have 6 tangos, and you have healing loaders. So you should just like stun this guy and fight with him. You see, you didn't even stun him, and he lost like 10% of his HP already. So if you stun and fight him, he will just lose this trade. Like even here, like in this situation, you saw what happened to here. CM was on your ass when he had a lot of creeps on you. This is the same situation, same exact situation. Like you should not let this guy hold this wave outside of tower like this. Like I know you have less HP, but he can't fight you here. It's impossible. Like you should stun him right now, which will make him lose HP, which will force him to take this wave on the tower. If he doesn't, if that doesn't happen, this wave is not coming back unless you pull. Even this pull is not going to be super good. You see, you're going to lose this entire wave because of this situation. Boom. I am probably going to lose next wave. Like, he's a fucking idiot on Night Stalker. You can see that. If he wasn't an idiot, he would keep it here. Also, this same thing that you're doing is like, oh, I'm getting magic wand. This guy also did it. And you see how many stick charges this guy had? He has 0 stick charges, so he basically wasted his fucking gold. He could get like double bracer, and then he gets like phase boost at nighttime, and then he just bullies you entirely. But he's not doing that. So people need to be like very mindful of how they're spending their gold. And yeah, he has like 82 damage. You're also getting like, there's the thing, like you have to like ask yourself like, okay, so since you decide you don't want to buy phase boots, which I don't really agree with, because if enemy has like SF carry, he does a lot of physical damage. This guy also does a lot of physical damage. It's a good phase boost game. But let's just say you decide not to get phase boost. You're thinking about, okay, I want to buy treads. So when you buy these treads, you should think about what is limiting you from last hitting, right? So you can kind of say that your hero has a decent amount of damage. Let's just say with the Quelling Blade, you have around 80 damage if you remove this, right? So if you remove this, you have around 80 damage on last hit, but the problem that you have is you have really less attack speed, right? This guy is right now daytime and 130 attack speed, more than you. So if you buy gloves here, it will give you a better chance at last hitting than this item, basically. So you saw yourself like get completely outlasted is because he has more damage than you, and he also has more attack speed than you. So it's likely that he would get all the denies. So you have to kind of like counter-react that by, you can do that in two ways. One is that you can aggro, and the other is that you can get better at last hitting. And yeah, also it's like, I see you like never aggro. Like for example, I see that you want to be on this wave. You're like, oh, even though I pulled, I'm gonna miss this wave. What you should think about here is not approaching this Night Stalker and just look for farm. What I mean by that is that you can stand here basically and aggro all three of these creeps. And the reason why when you will aggro the creeps, this Night Stalker can't do anything is because he has 4 of your creeps on his face. He can't just, you know, ignore this melee creep and be like, oh, I'll just miss this last hit and just right click you, or I'll miss this range creep last hit and right click you. You should think about your creeps as a shield. If you have that shield up, the enemy has limited options. Like they have to decide between either harassing you or securing last hits, and 90% of the time securing last hits is better, unless they think that you can actually die 100-0, which you can't versus just this guy. And your goal as a carry, or doesn't matter if you play carry or like some other role, what you have to kind of think about is what kind of position are you in? Like when you think about this position here, do you feel like, okay, I'm weaker or I'm stronger? When you're like weaker, which basically means that I can't fight this guy and I can't contest him for last hits, right? He can very easily deny, which because he has like better stats than you. So you have to like figure out another situation, another like scenario where he can't do that. So every hero has a minimum range, right? Sorry, a maximum range. This guy is a melee hero, he can't really attack like further away. Same for like Lina, she's a range hero with a lot of range, but even she has a maximum range. So if you just aggro these creeps outside of their aggro, basically attack range, they can't deny them. And if you're like standing super far away, they can't harass you either. But if you walk up here fully, they will cook you obviously. It's like you just have to aggro these creeps, hit them, aggro them again, just bring them here. Because this is a situation where you can't do that because you're 1v1. Like right now CM is not here. But now that CM is here, you're cooked. But you TP'd out, which is good. But your lane is like cooked. Also, you have to think about another thing is that when you find yourself in situations like this, you have to think about the fact that, okay, I will be jungling very soon. I need to basically leave, right? Especially when versus Night Stalker, you know after 5 minutes he's going to get like nighttime. So he's going to become significantly stronger. You have to think about your escape plan basically. Like, oh yeah, I have to fucking leave this lane and come back after 10 minutes basically. So when you think about that, you need to like prioritize getting points on abilities that will actually help you jungle. Putting 2 points in your Wraith Fire Blast does not help you jungle. But if you had 2 points in Bone Guard, you can actually jungle. And the other thing is that you might actually even be able to lane. Why? Because this Night Stalker does not have any particular way to clear your skellies. So if you have like 4 skellies, and then if he tries to like harass you, you can basically use skellies and stun him and he will lose the trade. The same concept, right? You have a lot of creeps, you stun him, he loses the trade. Similar here, you have a lot of creeps, your skellies, you stun him, he loses the trade. Even like CM would just die because they really don't have any way to kill your skellies. But yeah, now you're in a situation where none of those things can happen because it's nighttime. You're just gonna suffer here. Uh-oh. I guess they know that Pudge is there the way Night Stalker is playing. Yeah, he has like night vision, so they kind of know. Okay, he's not gonna die because he's too fast. Maybe if you gotta stand right on the hook, but yeah. Yeah, now you're just gonna get like, you have to kind of like leave. You can't do much here, or you're just gonna feed. Exactly like this. Okay, I don't really see more point of like watching this replay anymore because like it's kind of over. Like we wanted to talk about 10 minutes. Also, it's like again same thing, right? You have Mortal Strike, but you can't lane, so you have to like prioritize Bone Guard. It helps you jungle. And then just like a tip for you is that, so the way Bone Guard works is that it basically, that your creeps are just basically gonna go on whatever they see nearby. By that I mean they need to have vision. So as a Wraith King, a really good thing that you can kind of do is, if you see that your mid laner is not going to farm these camps, you can put like an observer ward on this hill, and then if you try to like harass this guy, you can and just like leave your skeletons here, and they can just farm this for you, and you can just go to the lane or like farm something else. Or you can basically put vision here, and then they show both these camps to your skellies, and then they can farm that. So this way you can be efficient. Basically, you kind of want to give your skellies vision on camps that they can easily farm, and then you farm something else. That's like basically how you farm on raid game. Yep, I'm gonna die again. Like, you're always gonna die if you don't leave this lane. This is why, because we don't really have an escape plan here. Okay, Cookie Master, do you have anything else that you want to ask? Otherwise, I think we move on to the next replay. Yeah, Ninja Cat, if you feel like you don't want the raid king. Actually, let me see what you wrote. Maybe it's interesting. I usually play support role and do decent on plus 3 when I farm role key tokens. After reaching 3.6 skill 1 game from ranking up, I hate inconsistent because okay, so you have TLDR bad cores, so you want to try core role. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this game is fine, but you can give another game as well. But yeah, Cookie Master, if you're here, my friend, do you have anything else you want to like see in this replay or discuss? Otherwise, we can move forward. Is Midas bad? I think Midas actually never pays off. Like, you have to think about Midas in a way is that the Midas is gonna pay itself off in 18 minutes. It's going to take 18 minutes for you to get 2200 gold. So it's kind of like people only buy this item, as far as I've seen, is when they're tilted. There's no, like, it's like a therapy item. I don't really see a use of it. The only hero it can be kind of good on is maybe Ogre or maybe Doom. Even on Doom, people don't buy it anymore. They just buy Radiance or the Shard. Itemization wise, I would recommend, like, I would 100% have phase boost this game. I don't think Treads is good. Like, the more mobile your hero is, and you also need armor in this game. I don't know what this guy bought, but versus this guy, you definitely need armor. Your hero doesn't have any armor. He dies really fast. I think I would straight up buy Radiance. Like, if you want attack speed, you can just get a single glove. You don't really need Midas. I would go Radiance into Armlet. The reason why I would go Armlet is because I need armor, right? So if I have Armlet, I will have a lot of armor. Like, basically, phase boots, Radiance, Armlet, I become super, like, tanky. And I don't really know if people buy Manta on this hero. But this is a pretty good Manta game. But for the most part, if you don't buy Manta, you can buy a Blink here after Armlet Radiance. And then you don't need Ags. Ags is super useless here. Because most of your heroes, even if they stay alive after dying, they really don't do much. Because they're spellcasters. And then Assault is good. I like Assault. I think, yeah, I would remove this and this. Armlet, Phase Boots. I think Assault is nice. Yeah, Blink into Assault would be good. But I'm just gonna like confirm whether people buy Manta on this hero. And also Shard. Actually, yeah, I think this is what your build should look like, right? Is 200 gold per 5 minutes on Draw Ranger good? No, that's 400 GPM. It's terrible. On any hero. Any core hero, 400 GPM is terrible. Doesn't matter what you're playing. You're playing Ricky, does not matter. Spectre, 400 gold per minute. Like, later stage of the game. Not if you're talking about lane, I guess it's fine. If the first 5 minutes you have 2000 gold, it's good. But if you have 2000 gold every 5 minutes for minute 20, it's bad. Yes, enjoyer. Bratan. Okay. So your build should have been something like this. You should have this. First big item. Radiance. You can also buy this if you want. I think it's good with your hero. I think you should definitely buy this to farm. And then after this you can buy Armlet. It gives you a lot of armor, right? Like, just like look at my items. I have like 12 armor, and I turn this on, I have 16 armor. Right? And then SF really hits people with a lot of armor. And then you buy Dagger. Sorry, this one. And then you buy Shard. Shard is very good on this hero. Kinda makes him a bit viable. And then you get Assault. And now you're like standing around with what? How much armor is this? Like 32 armor? Well, what is SF gonna do? And then you can go BKB, whatever you like. But this makes you super tanky. 700 GPM with spec is good. So we have a Kez repo. Anything else? Cookie Master. Hello, what do we need to do to qualify for the free coaching? You can like, so right now the reason why we're preferring the other people is because they joined my Discord and they basically posted their replays and what problem they struggle with in the replay analysis section. So if those guys are like basically here, I prioritize them first. If there's no other replays, you can just basically ask me in chat and I will do them. But right now we have 2 more replays. One is of Ninja Cat and the other is Salix. If the other 2 don't show up, basically. Alright, we have a Kez. Also guys, I know this is gonna suck, but if you play party queue, I'm just gonna let you know that party queue is super bad. Super bad in a sense that a lot of these party queue games are infested with Smurfs. So it can be problematic. I don't like your early items. Really useless. Like, so when you play versus Hoodwink, always buy a Quelling Blade. And I think your itemization should be something like this in this game. The reason why I would buy Quelling Blade versus Hoodwink is because if he, you know, tries to like stun me with his tree, I can just cut it. But your itemization should have been something like this in this lane. Basically this. You already have a lot of like base damage on Kez, so you don't need to buy stats. Usually it's either this if you know that you need Quelling Blade, or if you don't need Quelling Blade, you basically just do this. That's for most heroes that don't need Quelling Blade. See, like 75, almost 73 damage, it's a lot. Okay, where is the game? I mean, you're kind of saying that I have trouble with the initiation, but there's like a lot of issues here. Okay, itemization is like standard. You go Mage Slayer. Actually, so it's like Kez's itemization is basically you go Mage Slayer and then you have 2 choices. You either go Deso or you go Manta. You usually want to go Manta if you feel like it's a good Manta game. This can be a decent Manta game because they have a Drow. And then but I think after Manta people usually go Butterfly and stuff, but it is a bad Butterfly game, so it could be. And then Skadi last. Hell nah. Can buy Nullifier instead of this. Holy fuck. This Necro's not dying. I personally think that we should focus a bit on your early game. Like, I see this net worth 30 minutes, I see 30,000, I'm just like thinking to myself, like, his net worth is like super bad, right? Like, your net worth right now is crazy bad. But the funny thing is, the highest net worth in the game is only 1,000 gold ahead of you, which means that there's a lot of room here. Even here, it's like everyone's net worth is just like super bad. Like, you should have at least 10, 11k as Kez, and most of it is decided based on the laning phase. So like if you want my advice, I would say let's do the first 20 minutes and then maybe we can see how you initiate later on. Okay, we've already discussed early items. Not great. This is not great. Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I don't like the circlets is because I would never upgrade them into anything if I'm playing Kez. Okay? So you don't want to buy circlets or like these items like slippers or some like gauntlet and shit if you don't feel like upgrading them, or if you think you won't upgrade them. Unless it's a lane where you know for a fact that you can't buy anything else. But here you need the Quelling Blade, you need the stick, Fairy Fire, Tangos, you need a lot of things. And then same thing here. You see, you're playing versus an Ice Stalker and you're instant, you're basically instant idea is that, oh, I'll buy the wand. Same thing as the last one. Another thing is that when you play like safe lane, okay? When you play safe lane, you cannot play for the rune towards your offlane side, because now you have to walk all the way top. And you're probably gonna miss 1 or 2 creeps because of that. Like as a carry or any laner, you need to be present at the start of the lane. So you can like kind of like do things that you otherwise won't be able to do. Like you're gonna watch yourself take this rune and then run top. You see, you're late. Missed 1 creep already and 1 deny. So not ideal. Then also got ourselves stuck in like a weird position. Okay, kind of the same thing here, guys. It's like aggro is your best friend. Abuse aggro. If you want like perfect CS, the enemy unable to contest you at all, just aggro the creeps. Like you're gonna watch this Kez go to the wave. Instead of just bringing the wave to himself on this range creep where Nice Soccer can't contest him, where Hoodwink can't contest him. Like look at where Hoodwink is here. This guy is here. They can't contest this guy here, but they can contest him here. And he might be thinking right now that I am aggroing, but it's not working. I'll tell you why it's not working. So when it comes to aggro, one thing that is really important is to understand how aggro works. So the basic thing about aggro is that, oh, you attack the enemy and the creeps follow you, but there's like some rules behind it. One thing is that you need to be in 500 range of the creeps to aggro them, right? It doesn't matter where the enemy hero is. The enemy hero could be like in the middle lane or the other lane. You can always aggro by clicking here, but you need to be like closer to the creeps always. So 500 range is basically where this range creep is standing. You see this circle? So this is the end of the 500 range. So this is kind of like a reference that you can use when it comes to aggro. And then the other thing you have to think about is that there's a chase time for the creeps. If they can hit you, they chase for lesser time. And if they chase for lesser time, you won't be able to drag them further away. Which is what you're going to see here. You're going to go super close. So now if you aggro them, they can hit you. And if they hit you, they will stop chasing you. You're going to aggro here, and they hit you instantly, and then they don't go further. Exactly what happens. But if you aggro from the range creep, they would chase you for the distance. And now you aggro again instantly. Like I see from your movement that you're aggroing again. But the reason why this aggro is not working is because aggro right now is on cooldown. Aggro has a 3-second cooldown. So you have to wait for that cooldown. Now you can do it. If you try it. But you see, now you're like in the situation where they're harassing you because the wave is just like in front of them. Even here, it's like just aggro the creeps away from them so that they can't do what they're doing here. And the other thing is that whenever you find yourself in this situation, I mean, both sides have double range, so it doesn't matter. But basically, if you don't want your lane to push, you have to aggro again on the range creep. Okay. I like the fact that you're playing with this stance, so Hoodwink can't harass you, which is good. Also, another thing is, I see that you have a lot of stick charges, but you also see that you're like low on HP, so just keep using them. If they're giving you a lot of stick charges and you're low HP, low mana, just keep using them. Don't keep them. Like I know you have like a wand coming, but it doesn't matter, right? We're already low HP, might as well use it, so we don't have to spend gold on buying like tangos and shit. Okay. Okay. This is what I mean by a shield. So I talked about shield in the previous session that we did. Okay, this is like a really good example for you guys to like understand the shield concept. So think of your creeps as a shield. What does that mean? Is because as long as your creeps are standing here, the enemy creeps will just like be, let's just say, distracted by them. They can't really hit you because they have this focus, right? But if these creeps don't exist, like your creeps don't exist, they will just basically hit whatever they see. So if you're in their line of sight and there's nothing else, they will hit you, right? So as long as this shield exists, you can kind of do a lot of things. Like basically, when you look at this situation, you kind of think to yourself that, oh, they have double range creep, they have 1 extra creep than I do, one of my creeps is about to die, so this lane is definitely going to push into my tower. I already have half HP, and if there's like a big wave under my tower, and if the enemy is good, they can pressure me inside the tower. They can zone me out, I'll miss a lot of last hits, or they can just like harass me, right? So now we need to figure out a situation to not let that happen, right? Like in this moment here, you need to find a way to make these creeps less. Like, get them killed. The easiest and fastest way is to aggro them inside tower. You can aggro half of these inside tower, and you know why it would work? Is because your creeps are still alive. So it won't really aggro the full wave inside tower. You're basically going to kill like half of these creeps while your shield is alive. And when your shield is alive, you won't lose HP, they can't really harass you. But the other scenario is basically you don't do the aggro, your shield is about to die, shield is gone, and now you're aggroing 5 creeps. Now in this moment, if you think about it, if Hoodwink presses Q and W, Night Stalker presses Q, what would happen to you? You would lose a shit ton of HP and you would also miss a lot of assets. The reason why they don't do that is because they're just bad. But if you want to play like in a high MMR bracket, you want to improve, right? This is something that you have to avoid. And you're also taking like free harass. So think about the shield. Think about how I can basically avoid getting double waved inside the tower. Okay. Yeah. I feel like every player I coach aggroes really poorly. It's just every single game. No joke. Also, another thing that I would try to do in this lane is that I would not put 2 points in E. I would have 1 point in W at level 3. I feel like you guys can kill Hoodwink if he's like out of position. Okay guys, another situation. But this time around we're about to get triple waved. Let's see what we do about it, right? 4 creeps here, another 4 coming. We only have 4. Who's gonna die? Oh, holy shit, he should have been dead. What the fuck is he doing? But yeah, we're about to get double waved. We're about to get double waved. Are they gonna do anything? Nope. They're just back. Holy shit, they're actually doing nothing. But they get a pull. Like, this Hoodwink is... In his mind, he thinks getting the pull is better, but the pull is actually good for you. Oh, they actually killed the entire wave, so it's not that bad because it's stacked. But yeah, you still got punished for the double wave, triple wave. But yeah, it's kind of like... You're kind of like free farming now because they just refuse to pressure you. So that's fine, I guess. Okay. So eventually, we need to get the fuck out of here. No. Okay. When you see this situation and you see Necro, you need to get out. Like, there's no shot you should be like up here trying to like, even like, as a carry, always remember one thing. As a carry, basically, maybe core is different, but if you kill someone and you die, it's never worth it. Your death is never worth it. It's just always going to be bad. You're gonna miss this entire wave, and you didn't even get the kill. You could have just simply ran away, let this little fucking line die. Who cares? Okay. Okay, yeah, at this point of the game, you should not play with the other stance because you need the katana damage. Oh, the double wave happens in a different way. Someone pulls and now they're pressuring you actually, and you're feeling it. But yeah, oh, you're getting cooked again. Yeah, it's kind of like, I think it's like a bad understanding of your hero's strengths. Like, I think your hero is really weak at this point of the game, especially if you've already been playing on the back foot. So you kind of have to play defensive, just farm, get your level 6. With level 6, you can kind of stay in the lane. Okay, see a lot of shit happening mid, so you're pressuring tower. I think it's fine. You can't parry tower. But yeah, now you have to go back. And also, I would not buy this. I would get like Witchstone because this hero uses a lot of mana. At least I felt so. You can't go to this lane, my friend. You don't want to go to this lane. This guy's not gonna die. Like, no matter what you do. We kind of like to understand the numbers that you have. Maybe later he dies if he keeps staying like this instead of running away. But yeah, I have to be careful. Like, he can kill you as well. Necro is a type of like a bit of a bullshit hero. Okay. Okay, here, this situation after you kill Necro is kind of good for you because you killed Necro. Necro doesn't have TP, right? So we don't have this kill threat in our mind that, oh, Necro can just TP top and kill us. Actually, he does have TP. Never mind. I'm wrong. Okay, but he TP's mid. Shows, right? Oh, you saw Hoodwink top. Never mind. I was gonna say basically go to this lane and just stay here because he can't really do anything to you. Because at max, he's like gonna press his ult. You grappling claw away, he's gonna slow you with his Q and you just TP out. But I saw Hoodwink here, so I guess this is the right decision. If Hoodwink was not here, then you could stay in this lane. But now that you see Hoodwink moving towards mid, I think you should go back to your lane. And you should play here. Because you need the waves. And this is not good. Okay, always like kind of remember one thing is, even if this works out, just remember one thing. This is usually like a bait. Like if you're, that you should have a plan for your hero. Like if I'm playing Kez, I know that the first item that I'll buy helps me fight. So in this case, it's Mate Slayer, right? If you know that you need Mate Slayer before you fight, your goal should be to get the Mate Slayer as fast as possible, right? It will make your fights really good. So right now you're like, what, 800 gold away from it? Your priority should be to like literally run top or TP top and just like farm this entire area. Like you should not be in this fight. Because worst case scenario, what happens is you die and then this gets delayed till what? 15, 16, 17 minutes. And that's usually the timing where you need to have both Mage Slayer and Deso. So if you just ignore this fight and just go top and just like farm, you will get this much faster, like basically by 15 I guess. And then you can actually fight with Mage Slayer. Like basically the idea is that if you're close to an item that will make a significant difference in the fights, then you should try to not fight basically. Not let these things happen. Oh, you are living. Where is Necro? Okay. Okay, we have Mage Slayer soon. We got it. Mage Slayer timing is really cooked because of the laning phase. And the deaths. Okay. I have to be careful. Yeah. So another thing is, obviously, so one thing is that camera movement. I'm going to discuss that. This is basically your perspective, right? It's kind of like your camera doesn't see what you kind of need to see. It's like if you fight this Necro here, what do you think is going to happen, right? They're going to TP on this tower. When they TP on this tower, your camera should show you something that will be useful. Like it should be like this, so that you kind of see what's going on. But your camera is like this. So like now it's even worse. You're looking at like half of your camera is basically looking at something that you don't need to look at. You basically need to look at like this. Oh, if someone walks up here, I can get an idea, because you can't really watch the minimap at all times. And the other thing that you have to kind of like have in the back of your mind is that, oh, if I spend a lot of time trying to kill this guy, similar to how my team is TPing, the enemy team will also TP, right? So when you have that in mind, you will kind of play a bit defensive. Like here, you wouldn't super commit. You would just try to like run away. And now if you look at your camera, it does not see anything. There's a Night Stalker in the minimap and we don't see him. So it should have been like this. And then when you see the Night Stalker, you just run away. The thing is, you're kind of getting lucky. It's like, you will survive here, but that's only because Invoker TP'd and pressed ATOS on the Night Stalker. But you probably have no idea that this is gonna happen or this will happen. So give yourself this rule and like try to run away. And not put yourself in these situations. Okay. Pressuring tower. A bit sussy, but you see here, so it's fine. Alright. Let's check this. Okay. So, this is like an important one, okay. So when it comes to farming, you have to think about 3 things. Safety, plus time, plus gold. Safety is self-explanatory. You don't want to like go and farm something that is dangerous. Time is basically this clock that you have on the top. It's like your goal is to farm as much as possible in a minute. And the other category of time is basically how much time am I going to like spend going from here to here, or here to here, or here to here, basically all of those things. And gold is basically how much gold you're going to get based off of what you're farming. So waves will give you the highest amount of gold, followed by ancients, large camp, medium, and small. But the actual numbers are waves is like around 150, 200, ancients like 160, and large is 100, medium is 80, and this is basically what it is, right? So right now you're gonna watch yourself. Look at the timer, it's 37. You have around 20 seconds of the minute. You can basically farm 1, 2, 3 camps probably, right? And in terms of like safety, these are really safe, right? They will net you with what? You have 100 gold here, you have 80 here, and then another 80 here. So that brings you around 80, 100, 180 is around what, like 260. So you can kind of say you're close to 2 waves, right? So now you're gonna watch yourself go to this wave, but there's one problem. You do not see anyone on the map. So safety wise, this is a bit dangerous. Why? We don't see anyone on the map. Enemy tower is here. Next wave of the enemy is also here. This is also important that you understand creep wave timers, right? The reason why we want to understand creep wave timers is because so we know that where the next wave is without looking at it. The next wave is here, right? So for you, if you like fully farm this fast, the next wave is gonna be here. So at the end of this minute, you'll end up with what? How much gold is this? Let's just say this is 200. But if you farm this, this, and this, or even like these 3 camps, you would end up with 260, which is a lot more than this, and it's also safe, right? It doesn't get you killed. And the other thing is that since you already farmed these 3, or these 3, they're also going to respawn, right? The map refreshes every minute. That's why it's called gold per minute, right? But this wave is not going to refresh, and the next wave is going to come to you anyway because they actually have like a big wave. But you're going to watch yourself go here, farm this, and then you stay for this wave even though no one has showed for a while. So this is like the perfect recipe to get killed. The longer you stay, the more likely you will get killed. And this is another thing. It's like, okay, I just showed in a really dangerous spot on the map, and I have no idea where they are. They could, like, realistically, if I'm playing in 10 kmmr, they see me like this, they're all missing. I'm thinking to myself instantly, they're gonna smoke from the triangle. They're gonna smoke from the triangle, right? If they smoke from the triangle and I know that, do you think I would farm these 2 camps? Or I would farm these 2 camps? Or I would farm these 2 camps? The answer is no. Because now I have to run. Because I fucking showed here, right? And since I'm running, I'm wasting a lot of time, right? If I stay here, I'll die. And if I don't stay here, then I have to basically TP to the other side of the map, or I have to gate and go to the other side of the map. Or basically anything I would do would at least take 20 to 30 seconds. So half of my minute is just gone. But you're gonna stay here, right? Given that you have no info, you're gonna stay here. And now imagine if they're like smoked. If they're smoked, you're just dead. So for this wave, you kind of like sacrifice. You're like, you see this? You see this guy? You see what he's doing? He's going on you. And now if he has like backup, his move is good. If he smokes and backs up here, you will die. And then you will be cooked. Your entire farming pattern is cooked. This is what I mean. Farming waves is sometimes a bait. Like a wave, if a wave is 150 gold, but it's like infinitely more dangerous than neutral camps, these 2 camps here, like a medium and a large, gives you more gold than that. So try to not put yourself in that position. And the other factor about time is that after farming this wave, if I have to run all the way back here, it's not worth it. Why? Because going from here to here takes 15 seconds. Going from here back to here takes 15 seconds. So I've wasted 30 seconds of my minute. Simply because I have to like play defensive now. And we just died. Okay. You see that? All of this happened because we went to farm a wave. And this is also like low MMR, by the way. This is not even high MMR, and they still did it. They did it super, let's just say super less cleanly. Like execution was poor, but it still eventually worked out. And the other thing about pushing waves is that there's like 2 types of pushing, right? One is that you relieve pressure, and the other is like you exert pressure. If you already have the enemy tower taken, this lane is always going to pressure onto the enemy. They have to relieve the pressure. You don't have to worry about applying pressure to the map. Similarly, if this tower is dead, you have to worry about relieving the pressure, not pressuring the enemy. So there's like differences here. And then here again, this is a good example of how you want to utilize your farm. So one thing that you can start doing as a carry is start looking forward. But by that, what I mean is that if you look at the timer, right, it's 20:57. Now, me as a Kaz, I'm thinking, what is my 21 to 22 going to look like? So this is my formula, right? Safety plus time plus distance, right? So now in terms of like safety, I know for a fact that I don't want to fucking be here, right? I don't want to be here because it's dangerous. So I'm just thinking to myself that what is my route that gives me the most amount of farm but also keeps me like safe. So I'm gonna farm this camp, and after that, if I go here, right, on this camp, the closest after this is this and this. Do I want to go here? I don't, because it's dangerous. And then because I'm also thinking about where the fuck do I go after this? I can't go to the lane because it's dangerous. If I go back here, it's a bit inefficient because the movement distance a lot. So in your position here, I would farm this, go here, go here, go here, go here, and end here. Does that make sense? It's completely safe and also gets me a lot of farm. You're gonna watch yourself do this and then go here, and now you think to yourself, oh, I should go back here. You see this? Going from here to here is much closer than here to here. This saves you a lot of time, basically. So in a sense that if you think about it, in a minute you farm 3 camps, by the way. Look at the timer. 3 camps, so you basically farm what? 100, 180, and another 80. So you farm like 300 GPM. You think that's good? No, right? This is how you can improve farming. Alright, now I'm gonna look at basically your initiation, as you mentioned. Let's just see it with Ags. With Ags. I mean, this is on you, by the way. This is on you because like you kind of see that, oh, Night Stalker has used ult. You also know that Night Stalker has a shit ton of vision, right? So you need to like change your stance, go invis, and just fucking run away. But you're gonna go into his line of sight. Oh, they see you. Now you're dead. So this is a bad one. Let's look at another fight. Yeah, if you have BKB, then it's like a different scenario. But let's look at it. Okay. You're gonna farm B. I think this is a good idea that you're farming BKB before fighting. You have the BKB, but you're playing the wrong side of the map. You need to play Roche. Well, you do ping it, but I think it's too late. Like if I see you go top, which you did show, and I'm like die, I'm instantly running to Roche. And you would be too late to contest. Also buying Shard. Is Shard good on this hero? I've never seen anyone buy it. Okay. Necro showing top. Perfect opportunity to smoke. Get this area back. Okay. Well, they're actually taking Roche with the Necro showing. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so your combo is fairly simple. But let's see actually what you do. Yeah, combo is bad. Your combo is really simple. If you want to do the most amount of damage, you change stance here, you press your Q, you press your ult, you change stance, and then you press Q again. And then you press W on whoever you want to go on. If you press both Qs together, it does a shit ton of damage. And they would also have the mark. Like basically here, you press Q, mark, change stance, Q, W, change stance, silence. Yeah, you're silencing. Bro, what the fuck is this? Am I missing something? You did like a shit ton of damage. Is it just the silence or was it someone? Okay, no, it's not. It's the fucking Nixit. But yeah, you do kill him, but it's not the best type of damage that you could do. Like if you have like BKB, you don't need the other one. But this was fine. But yeah, it can be better. Oh shit, what the fuck's happening? Okay, need to run away. Okay, not bad. Are we gonna take Roche? Here we got Roche. We got Aegis. Okay. That's a waste. Such a waste. I have a question for you. I don't particularly think going high ground is bad. It is like not super good, but like in this situation, like I think going high ground is good. Actually, I'm not gonna say going high ground is bad. You have a lot of creeps and you have a lot of heroes, and their 2 heroes are dead. So in this situation, it's like you're in the katana stance, which means that you have a really long attack range, right? You can basically stand here and hit this tower, right? That's like one thing. The other is that why are these guys not dead? You have Aegis, right? You have Aegis, Drow, Necro, dead. You jump this guy here, you silence him. Do you think he can do anything? Like these two guys, can they like go like this? You have line behind you who can blink in to cover you. Invoker can go in Hex and do stuff. This guy is Nimbus. Why are we not just killing these guys? Ideally, if you have Aegis, you can do a lot of stupid things, right? If Necro and Drow are alive, I would ask you to not go high ground. And I would also ask you not to dive them because their lineup kind of like excels when you dive them, right? When you like kind of like put yourself in a position where you just get sandwiched, they excel. But those 2 heroes are dead. And you have Aegis. So it's kind of like if I go on them, it's like the worst that could happen is they buy back. If they buy back, I BKB and run away with my with my ult. That's like best case for you as well because they buy back. But right now we're just like hitting the tower and we're not killing them. And they're just like doing damage to us constantly. Like even line is going, but we are not jumping. Why are we not jumping? And now since you're not jumping, you have to BKB and you're also not TPing out after using your BKB. So without BKB, your hero is gonna be weak. Well, let's see what happens. Yep, silence into dead. I think this game was like over here. Low-key, you get double sides because they would feed one by one. This is like a missed opportunity. Let's see another fight. If they buy back, you just run away because you have like this hero has a lot of evasiveness, and also people usually don't want to buy back when there's like 15 seconds left or 20 seconds left on their death timer. And also another way you can kind of know whether they have buyback or not is a really simple way is like, so before I kill these guys, look at their items. Oh, bro has a Reaver and the Ring of Tarask. Why does he have this? If he does not buy anything for the last 2 minutes, given that you're checking their item, that means they have buyback. But if you see that, okay, they're just like fucking buying items, there's no way they can have this much gold. See, look at this guy as well. It's like, before that fight happened, right? Like this one. There's an indication of how you can know whether they have buybacks or not. You keep looking at their items. Okay, so how do you kind of know whether they have buyback or not? You check their items. If I'm like looking at their items, like, okay, Drow has these items. But before this, when was the last time she bought an item? Okay. She hasn't bought an item for a long time, I guess. She has not bought another item, as we can see here. And Necro, on the other hand, is buying Reaver and shit. We can check that because he's showing on the lane. So it gives us like an idea when we do this next fight is that, okay, we're gonna take this fight. We're gonna kill them, right? We can't be certain about Drow because Drow... oh, Drow already bought back. What the fuck? In this fight. Oh, she doesn't have buyback. Okay, so Drow doesn't have buyback. And the other guy we're gonna kill here, which is the Necrophos, is that this guy has a Reaver. So he's buying items, which means that they don't have buyback. That's how simple it is. That you kind of just know that they don't have buybacks. And then you can dive them. Here. Really big missed opportunity, basically. Okay. Okay. Also buying Skadi. I don't like Skadi. You need Nullifier. It's a really good Nullifier game. It's like this fucking Ghost Shroud, no BKB, Glimmer, on this Pike. Little bro here has 4 staff as well. Scurry. I don't think you can dispel Scurry, but you get the idea. Skadi not great. Like the heals aren't that big of a problem. When is the next fight? Okay, let's see. How do we initiate here? Okay, we're going here. Yep. Spells are bad. Super bad. Oh shit. Okay, I'll tell you the combo. But yeah, for the most part, this is the most that I can add for this. But I'll show you the combo. That's usually what you're gonna be using most of the fights. If you're playing like early fights without, let's just say Ags, let's just say this is what you have, right? Without Ags, then you're kind of just gonna be going with this stance into the fight. You have to make sure this is off cooldown, and you're just basically going to do this, alt, and then just E. Like if you spawn a dummy, you press this, and then just this, and then do this. This is when you don't have Ags. And if you have Ags, you want to stay in this stance, press this is your combo. You see? Your Q is working on this. It's basically change stance, Q, alt, change stance, Q, W. This is the most amount of damage that you can do. This is like the easiest way to do it. Right, do you have questions regarding the case analysis? For the guys who are putting replays in the chat, I'm gonna be closing this stream. I'm gonna be closing this stream in like 40 minutes, so I'm gonna be only doing like 1, maybe 2 replays. And I'll be doing these streams every weekend. If you wanna know when, then you can join my Discord. I guess in the description of YouTube, and if you go down on Twitch, you'll see it. And the people who got priority are basically those who were on my Discord already and they posted in the replay analysis section. So they're here, so I have to prioritize them. So if you want priority for your replay for the next streams, join my Discord, post your replay in the replay analysis section, and then just show up on the stream. And that's it. Okay, so I would like to ask first is that for the guys that posted, so Mr. Pepsi and I don't know the other guy's name. There's a guy who has a monkey in his profile picture. Are you guys here? You both posted in my replay analysis section. If you guys are here, I will prioritize you. If not, then we will move on to the chat. What's the name of your Discord? It's Pain Dota. You can, I'll just give you guys the link. Join it. Wait. It's in the description. The fuck? This is the Discord, guys. Join the Discord, go to the replay analysis section, post your replays there. Next stream is gonna be next weekend, so we'll see you then. But do you have little cats? It was for first. Who's the little cats? Is little cats here? Wait, I did little cats already. It's not the first one, it's the latest one. It's Pepsi and the other guy who's not here. If they're not here, I'm gonna do Salix because he was the first one in chat. Void 3. Void pause 3? Void pause 3. Is it really Void pause 3? Oh no, pause 1. Nice. Okay, this is an interesting game. He played well, I can see it. 17 and 3. Although Although, oh, this is a really good Void game actually. Ah, your build sucks, my friend. Build is trash. Yeah, build is like insane. But this is a really good Void game. A really good Void game, and you can definitely 1v9 this. Is Snap core? Snap is core, okay. Okay. I guess there's no one else there. Okay. I'm gonna turn off alerts, I guess. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? I need to change the text. How much MMR is this? 6400? 6400, right? Oh, 7400. Okay. Even better. Coaching a high MMR player. Okay, someone asked in the chat, why is this a good faceless void game? This is a good faceless void game because the enemy has absolutely zero ways to catch this guy. Like, Dawnbreaker has no stuns. This guy can punch you, but it's kind of like he needs blink and do like backup and all that shit, so it's really hard. In lane, this guy has ice shards, which Void doesn't care about. Coddle has no stuns. Lich has Sinister Gaze, but again, needs blink to be able to cast it. LD, on the other hand, can catch him with the bear, but he can simply buy a Manta this game and never have to worry about that. So it's kind of like they have very minimal catch for this guy, and they kind of have saves inside the chrono, but usually that thing doesn't matter that much. If you have like a lot of farm and you can just like prolong the game, you will win. His lane is gonna be Dawn plus Tusk, which is super free as well because. But yeah, I would say that you should go mixed itemization into Wraithband here because this is like physical damage. This is also physical damage, so it can help. But I don't think this is like particularly bad. But you can try the other one. Okay, another thing that kind of want to discuss is that so there's like two builds on Void, right? One is like Battle Fury and the other is like the Mjolnir one, right? The Battle Fury one kind of does like less damage because, well, you take all the axe talents. So my idea of the build is that if you have external damage in the chrono, it's good to go the Battle Fury build. And in this case, the external damage in the chrono does exist. Like you have Snap and you have Line. So, but at the same time, I don't think Mjolnir is bad either, like in this game. But just for like reference, if you find yourself in a hard lane where you feel like, okay, if I get like Ring of Health, it can make my lane really easy, and then I can buy Belfry on top of that, and I have like damage inside chrono externally, you should do that. Holy shit. Well, the good thing is we're playing Faceless Void versus two heroes that don't do much to us, so. It's like another situation, same as the previous replays we did. It's like, you see the situation again, it's like, you have a lot more creeps, right? So if this guy fights you, you fight him back. You don't run away. You will win. More creeps. Time dilation. Like this guy should, like this is the stupidest thing people do. They fucking stay for the last deny. This guy should not be allowed, like never stay for the last deny. You're just gonna get cooked by the creeps and the hero. Oh, yeah, okay. So for the laning part, it's like basics, right? But I don't see them happening here, so I'm just gonna talk about it. Is that you see, I kind of know what you're trying to do. Like you kind of understand that, okay, I have more creeps, so I need to do something about this, so you aggro on the range. But the mistake that you're kind of making is that you're not waiting for your next wave to settle in here. Because of that, when you aggro these creeps on the range creep, they get blocked by these melees. You see this? But if you had just waited and then you aggro, both range creeps would be dead. So just try to wait a bit, let the creeps settle, try to understand how creeps behave, and then like play off of that. Here aggro. Aggro again. I would aggro again. So there's like, when you aggro once, like right now, what is your goal when it comes to aggro? You want the creeps to come back towards your side, right? That's the goal. I don't want to last it here. It's a bit dangerous, and I would feel better if the wave ends up outside here, right? So you aggro once, you get this last hit, and now you aggro these two creeps again. Why? Because if we keep this wave here, our next wave ends up here as well. But if we take these creeps backwards, tank them, we can stop the next wave here. But that's not gonna happen now. Like, even though he pulled, it's like bad pull. Bad pull in a sense that fucking camp is shit. And we have a double wave anyway. Aggro again, yeah. This is good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they can't kill you, but they can definitely cook line. Okay, aggro. Okay. This is another basic thing. The basic thing is basically try to understand priority in lane. You have these three things that you have to like kind of like think about, right? Last hit, denies, and harassing the enemy. So you know how I added greater than mark in between these? This is exactly your priority, right? You want to like think about last hits first, then denies, and then harass. Denies and harass can alternate. Since you're like a high MMR player, I think you can kind of like see situations where it's better to harass the enemy than to deny. So in this situation, you see that, oh, this creep is about to die. What do you decide to do? Hit him, and then you miss this last hit. So the priority was not good there. Like in this case, hitting him one time doesn't do anything, but you missed out on like 40 gold. Okay, my Layun, fuck. But yeah, I guess your lane is still fine, so who gives a shit? I would maybe even buy raindrops here. Maybe. Okay, good. But is it good? Let's see. Creep behavior, very important to understand. Yep, you see this? Don't need to pull. Can just block here because there's only one creep left. You pull this. He farms both. Or better yet, next wave is gonna get fucked. Okay, we're cooked. Like, learn creep equilibrium, creep manipulation, all of these things. You see, you're just getting mauled here. Why? Because the creep wave is here. If you didn't pull, this would not happen. And now we're like, fuck, what do we do? No mana. Can't press Q. What to do? Fuck. Oh, I feel pressured. Okay, I'll aggro. Nice. Okay, but I still feel super pressured, right? What do I do here? Stay behind? Okay. Chill a bit. One pull decides this, by the way. If you like do anything with the pulls poorly, this happens. Also, another thing is that when you kind of like ask yourself that, okay, how do they kill me? Okay, they have no ways to kill me if I just press Q. This guy's whole damage is low cooldown burst with Soul Ring, and I have a way to just literally negate all of it. You should always max Time Walk. Why? Because you can play super aggressive in the lane and do whatever the fuck you want. Like if you have this maxed out, right? It doesn't help you in this lane. You're not killing him. You're not trading with him. He's a super tanky hero and you can't out damage him. The other thing is that you're not buying Madness, right? You're rushing Maelstrom. So Maelstrom in itself is a farming item which you don't need bashes for to farm. Like if you were buying Madness, it would make a little bit of sense to mag this because then you would actually farm fast because you would actually proc more. But if you're buying Maelstrom, you don't need that. Okay. Okay, you fucked off. Nice. Good for us, I guess. But yeah, not having this max is a bit of an issue. Rest, everything is fine, but I would just do one more thing here is that I would get clarities. Why? Because at some point you might see a situation where you can TP and chrono and do a lot of things. Maybe you can gate with snap on top. Like you can do a lot of things. But if you TP, what you want to have mana to cast your spells. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. think this is fine. I like this. He pulled though. Fuck. Okay, but yeah, you see, like now it's like if this Dawnbreaker understood that you don't have Q maxed, he would super cook you. And high MMR players always know that. Like you can't approach the lane after using your Q once because it's like your Q has a cooldown of 16 seconds. His spells, however, are much lower cooldown. So there's gonna be a window where he can just and if he like right click trades with you, you will lose. Which is why you need this max in this lane. It's just like, it's kind of like, let's just say, fortunate for you that this guy is not good, so he's not punishing. But he can. Like he would try to do it here if he wanted. Like super out of line. Okay. Good kill. Can I fast forward? He's feeding again. Wait, why did we run away? Okay. You should spam your Q. Why are we running to camps? You're just inefficient by not pressing Q. You don't want to press Q if you're like here, because you can actually die. But if you're like in a safer position, it's fine to spam Q because it only has what, 6-second cooldown? Oh, you need to get out Vessel. But yeah, okay. Chrono into Snap Ult, beautiful. But going back in here, we wing. Okay, fine. Buying Manta next. I think it's good to buy Manta next, but they don't really have a silence, and the route that they have, this guy is gonna need a lot of gold, right? It's kind of like your Manta timing should match the Bear's Ags plus Mjolnir timing. That's when the Bear's gonna be actually be a threat on the map, right? That's when it can actually kill you. So I think you can greed out here and you can buy Mjolnir and then you buy Manta. Because I think those timings would definitely match. Also, I don't know why the fuck I was playing with you. I would just ask him to fuck off because I don't need him. Yeah, if you're not gonna use your Q to move around, then you're just gonna farm slow. And you also have to understand that if you wanna like Chrono in this game, you can't do it without Snapfire. Also, don't want to take the time dilation DPS per second talent if you're not maxing this. And just in general, one thing that you're doing super wrong is that, so your hero with this build is kind of useless in a sense that if you don't have Chrono, your hero offers nothing. You have 1 point in time dilation, which is almost non-existent, right? So when this type of stuff happen, you need to like stay away from the fights. Like, oh, I've used Chrono, I will no longer be in any fight, right? You do buy Mjolnir, which I like. I don't want to be in these fights. Really simple, because I could die, right? I don't have any Dispel, I don't have any Escape, and I don't really offer anything in the fight because I also don't, like, you're also taking stat, right? So there's no point of like taking this talent because you don't want to level this up, which is fine. Like in this situation here, you're farming your way towards triangle, towards top, and if a fight happens bottom, you simply ask your team or tell your team that I can't be here, and then you just like push this tower. At least you would like push something in the lane, but you're gonna be constantly be around your team and you're basically not offering anything here. So it's like a complete waste of time. Like your team is gonna feed here no matter what happens. Whether you're here or not, if you don't have Chrono, you don't offer anything. But if you were top, you would have actually farmed like 1,000 gold in this amount of time, and you might have also opened top tower, which would really impact the game. This is like macro movement that matters a lot. Because if top tower is open, we farm the map more. Like you see how they have like 7k gold lead? That's because you guys have no map. And you're also thinking to yourself that I need BKB, but I don't think you need BKB. The way Faceless Void works is that you kind of ask yourself that, okay, what's the probability of this game ending soon? In my opinion, this game is gonna go long. Why? Because they have a fucking LD. Rest of these heroes can't hit towers. LD can, but LD needs, you know, ags, a bunch of other items, and then he does stuff, right? So realistically, let's just say 40 minutes at least. And when I see that, and I ask myself that, okay, in fights, do I actually need BKB? Like, okay, I'm gonna be fighting every what? 2 minutes, right? There's like a 2-minute downtime. So if I have like BKB, what am I doing with it? Basically nothing, right? So if you greed out here and buy Manta, that allows you to like push side lanes easily. Like if this guy buys an Orchid or if this guy roots you, you press Manta and you just run away. You can push out lanes, which opens up the map and prolongs the game. So buying this BKB is not gonna help you. Like I would not buy it this early. I might not even buy BKB this game. The only thing that I'm kind of like worried about is like blinding light. But you have to ask yourself, can't you like dispel blinding light with Manta? You can, right? So why do we need BKB? It's like they don't really have anything inside the chrono. Like what they have is like save. They have Dawn ult, which you can't do anything with BKB, and they have Lich W, which you can't do anything. Like you can buy Nullifier maybe, but for the most part you can't really do much with that. Like I'm actually gonna see what you do with the BKB. I feel like you guys should be happy just farming. Like, do you see that? Oh, do I need BKB for this? You don't, right? Dawn ult will stun you, even if you have BKB. It goes through BKB. It will stun you. You can't press BKB on it. Like, you have to wait it. There's no other solution. Like, what I'm saying to say that you can play these fights without BKB super easily. Also, like, the reason why I'm asking you to ask this guy to, like, fuck off is because your hero scales... Like, your hero probably has the best talents in the game, right? So it's like, he's just soaking XP from you. Like, you need that level 20, you need that level 25. Like, yeah, I think Manta Butter this game would be cinema. It would be really good. Yeah, I think you thought about the Manta, but you then decided not to. And in general, in this game, I would try to, like... What the fuck? Yeah, half of the chrono duration was lost in the... Basically. Like, even here, you don't see any, like, any use case of the BKB, right? Did the BKB help you in any form or shape? That something that Manta couldn't do here? He's gonna blinding light you. You Manta and Q in and ult him, right? That's it. BKB doesn't do anything here. Dawn ults you, but you're gonna be outside of it if you notice. So you don't get stunned. But you are inside, you will get stunned. Whether you have BKB or not, that does not matter. Like this game, I think the only thing you're kind of worried about is the bear. And I think if your BKB is on cooldown, the bear can solo kill you on the map. And we need a solution for that. The solution for that is either a super high amount of HP, which could be something like Skadi later, or you need a Manta. I would personally buy Manta. And at some point you might think about Lincolns, maybe, if they buy Hex. And yeah, another thing, okay, yeah, so I wanted to talk about it, but I think they already took it. Who has Roche in the enemy team? Who took it? I think I missed it. It's important. Did you guys take it? Oh, you guys took it. Okay, that's good. I was gonna say play bottom side for Roche, but you guys took it, so that's fine. You had Aegis. Aegis doesn't get used, which is fine. I mean, you guys can't do much with it anyway. Okay. I mean, I would love to play Void in these type of games. It's so good, so fun. Pressuring tower with Aegis. Okay, someone has to deep push bottom. I'm actually blind. You had the Aegis in your inventory the whole time. Why are we smoking? Another thing about smokes is that smokes need to have reasoning. You can't just smoke for nothing. It's like, one thing is that number one rule is to make sure your lanes are fine. In this case, they're not fine. Your bottom lane is constantly being shoved into you guys. Like this. So when no one shows here, they basically know what that you guys are smoked. The other thing is there's no objective that we're smoking for, right? It's like, oh, we're smoking for Roche? Not up. Do we have a timing? I mean, you kind of do have a timing, but you also don't have any information. Like, if you guys smoke towards the dawn, it could make sense, but at the same time, it doesn't really lead it to anything. It doesn't get you Roche. You're definitely not getting any towers, right? Versus their lineup. So it's kind of like we're wasting smokes, because I don't know if you know this, but smoke has like a 7-minute cooldown. 7-minute cooldown. So late game, when you actually need smokes, you won't have them. And when you will actually need smoke for the Roche, you won't have them. And then all of this time is also being wasted. While you guys are like smoking ganja, this guy is fucking farm maxing on the entire map. So there's that. Do we find anything? Nope. Because we don't have any info that we're smoking off of. It's just like a random ass smoke that does nothing. Okay, and yeah, you guys are just like, it's just like lanes just pushed, super pushed all the time. Bad idea. No chrono, no fight. What items does this guy have on the bear? Matters a lot. So he's buying butterfly. Doesn't have MKB. 7.4k still make a lot of mistakes. Brother, every single Dota player makes a lot of mistakes. Even pro players make a lot of mistakes. The game is about mistakes if you think about it. So far though, what have we used BKB for? Kinda nothing. Right, if you see it? It's like, this is an additional slot if you think about it. It's like, fuck, I could have another item here. Not every game needs a BKB. This is, I think, one of those games where you don't need it. But I do have a question though. I'm not exactly sure about this, but if you chrono the bear, like you're not gonna hit the bear, but you hit someone else, but this guy presses Savage Roar, do you get roared inside the chrono? Maybe that's a situation where BKB could be good for, but that situation is very unlikely to happen. Or you can also play around it. Okay, we have ages. Now you guys just need to make sure lanes are pushed. Oh. Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear is dead. You're buying MKB. MKB is fine considering that he has, but I think we need to have like a Scotty in this build, and we need to have an MKB and like one more item. But yeah, you guys are like, this is not good. All of this is just bad. I mean, like, this whole situation is bad. Like, you're playing versus LD. You kill this bear. You're running down one lane versus LD. Right? Just think about it for a moment. His bear just like shreds buildings. Right? So in this type of situation, when you see this, you cannot compete with this guy. Like, he will outpush you. They're killing Snap. Snap is dead. Lanes are being pushed. You are going back. You need to go back. If you don't go back, there's like, you might get one side, but this bear is gonna take two sides. He is a bit stupid that he calls the bear back, but if he just sends him here, what do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna like waste your time, press this fucking frost shield while this bear takes this, and you're cooked. Like, fuck. Right? I think the bear's idea is that, oh, we should fight, Snap is dead, but that's the wrong idea. He can just take two sides for free. Because he takes towers pretty fast, right? So this whole situation is like, one, we don't have our mid laner who does 1 billion damage. Two, our lanes are pushed. We don't know. If the bear is smart, he will just... He might even get 3 sides, honestly. If this bear had a brain, he could get 3 sides. I'm not even kidding. You guys don't have fortification. You go in here, you try to chrono, but it's like, Don't have mid laner. We force a fight that is impossible to win. Our team feeds, right? It's like lose-lose situation for you. You will either just feed here, or they will get like two sides. So it's like that play didn't do anything, and now you're losing the entire map. The thing is, like, in this type of game, you as Void, who is like really hard to kill, has Aegis, is the one who's responsible for pushing the waves. Like, your team is holding hands because they don't know what the fuck to do versus this bear, right? They will just feed or something. But our lanes are just like constantly cooked. Like, we're not doing anything about them. Bulliot. Holy shit, can't fight the bear. The BKB. Yeah, now it's come to a point where the bear is actually super duper strong. But your team killed everyone. Very nice. Here we go, high ground. Okay, this is very good. If the bear stays there. Okay, very nice. Yeah, you need to definitely... Like, this is a very good nullifier game suddenly as well. Why do you press BKB? Such. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay, I need to like assess this situation because I think it can be a lot better. We have information, this guy is no bear, right? He used both, at least a minute. So a minute, we force fights. Like, they're gonna go on you here with the Hex. You have Satanic, right? You have Satanic and you have Pendulum. They do everything they can. You insta-press BKB when you have like more than half HP. So we waste BKB for nothing because they don't really have anything after this. We waste BKB for nothing. Kind of panicking for no reason because 2 heroes dead. These are the only 2 heroes. This guy does not exist. He doesn't have bear. So panic BKB and then playing a bit pussy, I would say. Because no bear. Still no bear. 30 seconds. Go back in. I would go back in. I think you have Satanic. You don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. They can't kill you. It's just impossible. Hex, whatever the fuck they do, they can't kill you. Like, even here, you should go in. Like, your Shaker is smoking in. This guy... Oh, he has it. He bought Refresher. Okay. We don't have that info, though. We don't have that info, so we should be playing aggressive. It's kind of like this was like an opportunity where BKB was like wasted. And now we don't have BKB. And Satanic. Oh, we live. Okay, holy shit. But yeah, BKB was like poorly used. It's kind of like... It kind of like boils down to this thing that the first reason why you bought BKB was incorrect, right? Which tells me that you have a poor understanding of kill threat. Like, why do you actually need BKB, right? And because of that, you also press it here for no reason. Does that make sense? It's like these two things are correlated. Like, if you had an actual idea, a concrete idea of how you die, right, and when do you need to actually press your buttons, you would never BKB here. And you would actually not even buy BKB this game. You might have just bought Manta. It's like, even in this situation here, if you have Manta instead of this BKB, right, you would think to yourself that, oh, I have Vessel on me. They've already used Hex and all of their damage. I'll just press Manta and then Time Walk away. And then I can save my Satanic. Pretty simple, right? Even in that situation, you don't need BKB. And then if the bear goes on you here with the root, you press Manta and you just Q out because your Satanic's on cooldown, but your Manta isn't. Frog. Yeah, this BKB is not gonna do anything. Okay, you haven't died a single time though, which is nice. Bear down, but he has more. You have to like keep tabs on this guy because now he's a refresher, right? He basically has 2 more bears at least. That's Chrono for it. I have a solution for the bear, little bit. It's like, the problem with the bear is that we can't really hold him in one place for a long time, right? Because he just fucking runs away with billion movement speed. I think Silver Edge could be pretty nice. Or just Scotty here. I think Scotty is like a really good item this game. But yeah, this game is a little bit itemization, little bit understanding what kills you, but most of it boils down to that, like, one decision of going high ground here, the other decision of not going all in when you know that the bear is dead for at least like 100 seconds. This was like a really big miss opportunity for sure. I think they should have all died there, and then if like worst case is like he would still get a refresher, but it would just be the bear, and then you could just kill him and end the game. Would have definitely helped. The other is that a lot of the other things that you're doing are like correct, and the other parts are basically you're doing like some minor things wrong, which obviously have an impact. Maybe they changed the game, but the big things are like basically the big things. So you, instead of keeping buyback, you bought eggs. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think, like, I was gonna say to you that you should think about eggs, but not at the cost of the buyback. Well, what is team? Line no buy, shaker no buy, snap no buy, ion no buy. Okay. Well, maybe in this situation, I guess it's fine to not have buy because your team doesn't have buy. But if you get caught, this is crazy. Why did we do this? Why did we do this? Fuck, please don't die. That chrono is a waste. Don't use chrono like that ever. It's a soup. He's happy. It's like if you chrono a soup at this point of the game and he buys back, you're just cooked. If you actually use it on a fucking core and he buys back, at least you got something. Actually, let me see it again. Maybe you saw something more than that. Maybe. Okay, what did you see? LD Bear. Lich. Tusky Tusk. Super hard commit. It's like, since you also have Ags, I would just fuck with him. I know I can't kill him because use. But I would fuck with him. I would force some shit out of him. Like, I would force him to press snowball or use instead of chrono, and then I would just like reverse time walk. And then I would go here and chrono all of these fuckers. And the game's over. It's just too hard commit. Like, way too hard commit. And also, I think with Ags, it's kind of also like we have a slot. Like, we have treads. I think Scotty is just like much better to buy and then refresher eventually. Okay, your lanes are good. Lanes are good. Lanes are good. Can hit high ground. Yep, should hit high ground. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, what do you know, guys? BKB wasn't used and we still lived. Crazy, right? Also, chrono was a waste. Is it a waste? The thing is, this guy has a fucking refresher, man. He has a fucking refresher, but I guess maybe it's fine. Oh, here it is. Kill it. Fuck. No. Fuck no. Yeah. Okay, there's another bear. Oh, it's the same one, just healed. You guys lost, huh? Yeah, I think this is also a big one. Based off a few examples, you're super hard commit player. Need to be a bit more patient. It's like this literally all boils down to your understanding of kill threat. I'm not even kidding. The BKB purchase, the BKB usage, the going in and out, like the hard commit, they're all related. It's like you're super hard committing because it's like you don't have like a super concrete understanding of whether you can soft commit. And usually you can soft commit if you feel like you won't die and they don't really have a counterplay. Like, if you think about it, like realistically, if you think about it, it's like, oh, if I see a Lich standing, or if I see a Bear standing, or if I see a Tusk standing, if I jump them with my Ags, or if I jump them with my Time Walk, can they escape? Like, do I need to chrono them instantly? Are they like a Storm Spirit, right? Are they like a Spirit or some Slark or some, I don't know, any fucking hero that just will run away if you don't chrono them instantly? That they need to die then and there. We cannot soft commit on that. Do you think any of these heroes are like that? I don't think any of them are. Right? You have 2 chronos, right? You can soft, and you have Aegis, right? So if you decide to just like man fight the bear here and your team helps you, you don't have to press chrono, right? Worst case, what's going to happen is that if the enemy team commits on you, you have so much stuff on the back line that you will probably not die, and then you can chrono on top of that. Or your team can use Echo on top of that. Or they can like do this 360. Oh, he didn't take it. But yeah, they can do a lot of things. You don't have to chrono instantly, right? The enemy is also thinking about these things that, okay, if this fucker has a chrono and we commit on him and there's like a shaker behind him as well, there's like so many things that we have to think about, you know? So if you just like waste both your chronos like this instantly, or just like super hard commit, it just gives the enemy a free fight, which is like kind of what happens here. It's like, if we go back and we look at this fight, right? From the start. Like, you're hitting this, you have Aegis, right? Worst case is that you will die, right? Do you care if you die? It's like they're hard committing on you, but realistically this should be punished by your team. But let me see why they are so keen on doing this. This is why. This is also your mistake, by the way. Waves pushed in, your teammates are showing. Your snap is showing. Okay? Snap showed. Who else? You're hitting high ground, and they have info on snap not being here. Right? They know that. So they insta commit on you. They have kind of an idea that not everyone is ready. Or either they're just like super stupid. If they have info, this move is good from them, because the thing that we talked about is that if they go on you with Aegis and you don't die, this bear will get stunned. He will get stunned locked. Hex, fissure, so much shit that you would just kill the bear without chrono. Or you would kill the supports without chrono, right? Or you will just like live, you press Q, and then you just chrono them here. The supports and the bear, and just kill the bear, right? But they commit on you and your teammates are not behind you, which is your fault because you have to look at the map, okay? So then you feel like, oh, I need to chrono, but it's like, I have like so much fucking stun. This bear has no BKB. Why do I need to like press BKB here, right? Sorry, why do I press chrono here? Okay, now we go back. We're gonna press a refresher. We're gonna go in again. Same thing here again, right? Same thing here again. Why do we need to chrono? What's the urgency? Right? There's no urgency. It's like, I chrono this guy and then what? Can I not just take these racks for free? Your hero is literally the same. There's nothing changed about your hero. You still have the Aegis, you still have the chrono, you still have the BKB, you have everything. So you can just simply hit these buildings, and this guy comes forward with the bear. Second bear, right? He's also scared that, fuck, if this bear dies, I'm cooked. And he knows that there's like a bunch of shit behind. Like, this guy can press Hex. This guy can press Fissure and Stun from a really far range, right? They have so many things that they can do, right? They can press Refresher here. And you don't need to do anything. You can just simply take these racks. This guy hard commits, you stun him, kill the bear, and then you have basically 2 chronos to work with. And then when this fight happens, you see, after you end this chrono, look at what happens to the backline. Just look at this. They're fucking ignoring you. Kind of. Just going on the backline. We don't have chrono, so they feel super confident in what they're doing. Look at where Coddle is playing. They feel giga confident. If we had both chronos here, we don't use them like this. This game is super, super, super over. Probably gonna die and you have to buy back. I mean, the game's still not over, but if this keeps happening, then we will lose. Okay. Yeah, this is good, but what do you think you made the mistake here? What is the mistake here? And what did you do correct? If you're in chat, I want you to tell me. What is good here and what is bad? You here? No? Mistake using BKB, good not Chrono. Exactly. It's kind of like he's like giga panicking. It's like you have an IO behind you and you have these fucking heroes that can do so much. Chrono saved, very nice. BKB usage, very bad. It's like if you have an item, maybe we use it. You see, this is what's gonna happen to the fucking bear. Without Chrono, oh, we got Hex. We got like a billion stuns. This guy can't move. Okay. Okay, Coddle dead without buyback, guys. Chrono still saved. What's the play? Have to deal with the bear. Man, I feel like this bear should be dead every single time. I feel like your team's lineup is just like... It's an improvement, guys. He's not using Chrono. It's really nice. I see it. If he just did this like 20 minutes ago, the game would be over by now. For sure. We have a Daedalus. Holy shit. Yeah, fucking Savage Roar. Okay. Do you know why they're not coming high ground even though you're shaking and everyone is dead? Is because you have Chrono. If you did not have Chrono, they would be on your ass right now. Also, I don't really understand how you're not like... It's like, yes, why are we not doing this? Like, we have Ags. Why are we not trying to get more info? It's like here, nighttime, right? You see Coddle here. You time walk here. Get some info. See what's going on. Because you can always come back in. You get Hex, you have IO to protect you. Press BKB. I think it's fine. In this particular situation, it is fine. Wait, he's not dead? Oh, he had Aegis? Did he have Aegis? Oh, he had Aegis. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Fuck. But then again, we decided that BKB is not required, but you get the idea. It's like, because we don't have another slot here. If you had a Scotty here, then it would be fine. Or had a Manta or Disperser, anything. Some form of defensive capability that doesn't have like a 50 billion second cooldown. Yeah. Now we're just getting like hard commit on the BKB. Oh, we have a Blink. Hard commit on the BKB, hard commit on the Chrono. Again. Not good. Chronoing a guy who has fucking Aeon Disc. Chronoing a guy who really can't run away from you. Know why? Because you have Blink, you have Time Walk. No refresher, no Skadi. Basically nothing. Now you're going to this fight. You're gonna die. Because no Chrono. Where is the bear? The bear's coming. He's coming for your ass. Boom. Boom. Game's over. A lot of things that could have been done better. A lot of things. But yeah, it's a lot about the macro gameplay. Like, kill threat is a really big thing. This Void is so trash. Alejandro, what's your MMR? And no one's allowed to say anyone's trash unless they're better than them. So if you're like higher MMR than this guy, he's like 7400, then yes, you can say that, but you also need to tell us why you think that. I don't think he's bad. I think it's like, I think if this bear didn't exist, he would probably win this game. I feel like he's just too much in his head. It's like for his MMR, he's playing according to his MMR. It's like he's not playing better than his MMR. He's not playing worse than his MMR. So you can't really say he's trash because he's playing like he is playing. You still check Discord replay request? The stream is ending. I'll end it in what? I'm ending it soon, maybe 5 minutes. So we're not doing more replays, but for the next weekend, right? For the next weekend, keep this in mind. Gotta join the Discord, replay analysis, put your shit there, show up on the stream. I will announce the stream timings in the Discord and the day and the time both. And what else? What else did I want to say? Forgot. It was something important. But yeah, if you're like chat gets priority if there's no one from the Discord who has already posted. That's how it works. I mean, I'm not even looking at what his team is doing. I don't really give a shit about his team because I think as a Void he can solo this game. Like I didn't see a single thing his team is doing. Literally nothing. I didn't even focus on that because the point is to like help this player get better, right? So. Alright, Mr. Salix, do you have any questions? Something that you disagree with? Something that you're confused about? Anything that we could add to this? Thank you for everything. No problem, my friend. Today's stream is a bit short. I will try to do like an extra hour from next weekend, but the reason why it's short is because I want to watch this PSG versus Arsenal game. So next weekend there's probably no games. I'll try to do a longer stream. I also enjoyed it, so it's pretty good. And if you remember me from my first replay review, what do you think is my biggest weakness to improve on? Your laning. Like, even this Void had a lot of mistakes in the lane in terms of like I mean, it's like a big concept, and I've actually talked about it so much that now that I talk about it, it feels exhausting, to be honest. Aggro, understand aggro, work on aggro, understand where you want the lane to be, understand that if you do this pull or if you keep the wave a certain way, what is going to happen in the future. Most of Dota is looking forward. Farming, looking forward. Moves, looking forward. Laning, looking forward. Oh, I'll do this pull based off of what information I have, what is going to happen to the wave next. Okay, I see the wave like this, I'm going to go pull. What am I trying to achieve from that? These are the type of things you have to think about. Okay, the wave is here, I'm standing here. Looking forward, I want this wave to be closer to me, I aggro. So I see double range creep of mine, I kind of foresee that this lane is going to push. I have to do something about it. So laning wise, you have to like think of these things and get better at them. Quick item check. Mortar is the only one I'm gonna do. But where's Mortar? Bro, you posted there, but you didn't put your replay ID. You should put the replay ID in the same thingy. Like, look at what everyone else is posting and then follow that. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention, that if you want your replay to be reviewed in the next stream, whenever I do it, and you want to post on the Discord as well, make sure that replay is not older than 7 days at the date of the stream, basically, because I can't download it then. Manual activity. I don't see your ID. Murder. Okay. So it's a good game. Why it didn't show? I mean, you can send it now. Oh, it's in the title. I'm stupid. Never mind. You should not put it in the title. Put it in the description. Which one are you? Are you PL? Like, this is the thing, right? I have no information. Like, what hero you are. What is your hero? I think it's PL. Are you PL? Lina, okay, Lina. Okay, what is this? Lina mid? Never start with stick. Delays your bottle. Yep. Always get your bottle first so you can get water used by these additional items. Kaya first. Kaya first. Kaya first. What is the enemy lineup? Kaya first travels. Ags. Kaya first. I think go travels first. Try travels first. And then Kaya. And then Ags. BKB. No BKB. No need BKB. And no need transition into a core. Like, think about how your hero functions. You have this idea in your mind that, oh, I'm gonna burst people, right? So buy items that helps burst people, okay? Like, oh, there's like a fucking puck roaming around. I can't catch him. Buy a Shadow Blade. Buy a Shadow Blade so that you can catch him on the sidelines. If you stun him, you kill him. Buy Shadow Blade, buy Hex, buy E-Blade. All of these items that will help you burst the enemy. You don't need right-click items. And you also don't need BKB because your entire damage is sent out in less than 2 seconds. So in this amount of time, you can just do all of your damage and run away. You don't need BKB. BKB is only when you need to actually stand your ground and fight the enemy. But as you know, your hero doesn't do that. And you can also buy a blink as well. It's like you blink. Shadow Blade is like standard on this hero. It's just like you can pick people off on the other side of the map. You can also buy Hex later on, E-Blade. Just think of ways how you can actually kill the enemy with your build. Like if you go magic build, just go all in on it. Because if you change back to like Daedalus and shit, it's not gonna work out. Alright guys, I am dipping. Thank you for watching and I'll see you guys next week. I mean, I'm gonna stream pubs from Monday, but the coaching stream is gonna be sometime next week. I'll announce it on Discord. Right, peace. See you guys next time. Bye bye.